Alrighty, fellas, what's up? What's up? Good morning, good morning. Welcome back to another PokeMMO stream recap 162. It is day 39 out of 62, 61 or so. I'm bad at math of Shiny Wars. Okay, PokeMMO's first ever official Shiny Wars. I'm gonna head over back to Cryogonal Jail. We only have 2 more days, 3 more days, 2 more days. Three, I can't count. Bad at math, like I just said. A few more days of Cryogonal Jail, fellas. We're almost done. We're like at the horizon. Okay. And you might have noticed in the bottom left-hand corner, yo, what's up, Leo, dude? In the bottom left-hand corner of my screen, there is something down there, okay? A wee little sponsorship, a wee little collaboration, let's call it, of a generation, okay? HelloFresh. If you want to get some cheap food, over 50% off, it's a ridiculous deal, plus Shiny Jumpion, True and Real. It supports the stream, number 1. Number 2, you get fresh food on sale in a tough economy for food. Number 3, I will open one of every single mysterious ball in PokeMMO per new customer that I get signed up with HelloFresh. So if you sign up with HelloFresh, I will open one mysterious Pokeball, Great Ball, Ultra Ball, Cherish Ball, and a Premier Ball. I will even open a Premier Ball on Shiny Charm on stream if you're a new subscriber to HelloFresh using my link. Use my link in the description, okay? That's the deal that I'll be running for the next 30 days or so, or probably until Shiny Wars ends. Once Shiny Wars is over, can't afford that, okay? But during Shiny Wars, hey, we can go for something a little crazy, okay? So let's see. Good luck, guys. Let's try to get a shiny today, okay? Let's break the streak. Yo, Pat, sorry if you already answered, but did you enjoy your time with Pokeforce more than PokeMMO Shiny Wars? I can't really compare them. I know that's a lame answer. It's a cop-out answer, but they're just very, very different things. You know, one is a refreshing, fun, you know, interesting thing that was rough around the edges. The other, it's not a complete product. It's not really out yet. My progress won't be saved. The other is a, you know, game that I've been playing for 10 years that I have so much connection to, and like there's just not really comparable. Both are amazing. I think you should play both. If you're in Shiny Wars, play Shiny Wars, play the Pokeforce demo. I was pleasantly surprised. I have my first impressions video up if you want to go see that. That went up today. It's like over an hour long. I can't get over it. There's just so many things that Pokeforce really surprised me on with the details. The one that really stuck out to me is just the, I'll say, I've said it multiple times already, but the Miltank scheduling and the NPC scheduling. Every NPC has a schedule similar to those deep RPGs like Skyrim, similar to things like Stardew Valley. It adds a lot to the world, and they're really focusing on the world feeling alive and feeling good. Yeah, they also fixed a bunch of bugs. I recorded a video this morning going over all the patch notes and everything. They updated the game 5 times within 12 hours. When's the last time, and I think I always drag PokeMMO. They're both just great games, and they're both just great. But man, 5 updates in 12 hours, like, and that's the goal of this, is to find bugs and fix them. They are on top of things over at Pokeforce. Yeah, I really don't check out PokeMMO Zone enough. If you don't know, PokeMMO Zone is a pretty new PokeMMO website that actually is logging like leaderboards for the very first time, OT Shiny leaderboards in PokeMMO, trying to keep track of that. In something that, a stat that is just insane. There's a couple insane stats to glaze Team Mystery here. 7 out of the top 11 shunters in PokeMMO are all on Team Mister, which is insane. 7 of the, however, hey, we don't have the rank 1, so we got to get on that. I got to get more shinies, fellas, because we got to be pushing for that rank 1 individual player store as well. Now there is the team leaderboard, which Team Mister is far and away rank 1 at 4,331 total shinies versus 1,500 is rank 2. We are quite literally 3,000 shinies ahead of the competition. Clearly I need to get more though, because I think I'm rank, let's check. Yikes, rank 88. Patrouski is slacking. I heard that he's washed up. I heard that he's washed up. Kind of retired over here. But we're tied for rank 88. If we get 1 shiny, we'd be tied for rank 80. Let's see what we can do. Going for this Cryogonal right now. Going for rares as well recently. It's cool that this is like more motivation than ever to actually go for times 5 horde shunts and such as well. Really, really cool website. Big fan of PokeMMO Zone. It's honestly changed the game and changed the competitiveness in terms of shunting and PokeMMO, which is just amazing. So I'm excited to see what more comes of it in the future. For how long does the snow in Unova last? That is a great question. So seasons in PokeMMO work on a month-to-month basis. So at the end of this month, it's currently August. At the end of August, the snow will disappear. So you'll no longer be able to. That's why we're only in Cragnell Jail for like 2 more days. Because after the winter is over, we can no longer go to Cragnell/Cubshoe. I don't know if we can't access the spot or if I think the spawns change. I think Cragnell leaves, if I'm not mistaken. So there's current shunts that you might want to, like, a Vanillish is a really common one. Vanillish is a very, very common, very, very good winter shunt that you want to do specifically in the winter. I really like that the months actually line up in a way that's like, during December, it will be winter again, which is really cute. So if you want to get like a Christmas Day shiny Vanillish, you can go for that, which is really awesome. But every month is a new rotation of seasons. So right now it's winter in August. Next month will be what comes after winter, spring, I guess. Yeah, I'm terrible at education in general. Yeah, so it should be spring next, and then fall, summer, and then fall. Right? Oh my goodness. Yeah, it should go in that order. Dude, I respect the strategic break. So some people in chat are saying they're kind of burnt from the game, which is super fair. Dude, take a break from PokeMMO if you're burnt. Especially right now. Like, it's better you take a break now and relax, play Pokeforce, or just play you know what? If you're burnt from PokeMMO, you might want to play like go play like a shooter or like something, a totally different game, right? And unburn and prep yourself for Halloween and event season, because you don't want to be burnt during event season. That's like the worst, because you miss out on so many opportunities. And it's happened to the best of us. I've like years ago, I've had that happen to me. But strategically taking a break to not be burned for event season, Giga Chad. I respect it. Very based, very smart. I encourage you to take your breaks now if you want to. I respect it. You know, it can't always be grind, you know, not always, oh, let's prepare for the next. There's always something to prepare for next in PokeMMO, and you gotta take a break sometimes. I get it. Pat trying to get the obs to not shunt. Yeah, you know, if you're in Shiny Wars and you're just burnt, oh, just take a break, guys. Hey, don't worry about it. I'll still be here shunting, of course, in Cragnell Jail, but hey, you guys can chill. You guys feel free to take a break. Don't worry about it. Don't even stress about it. Dude, what a cute collection. This, bro, is the shiny flower, the shiny florist, per se. This is so cute, dude. I love specific niche, unique shiny collections like this because you like something. This is what PokeMMO is all about, man. Congratulations. What a cute little trio. I love Sunflora as well. Not the best shiny, but I love the Pokemon. Very, very happy fella. I actually feel like this feeling/sentiment is an interesting one worth like logically debunking. So someone said, and they acknowledge it's not, you know, not real, which I respect, right? Someone said, I have a parentheses, not real parentheses theory that shiny luck is increased on brand new accounts. I got a shiny randomly that was many years ago, and I feel like it's common lately to see new players finding random shinies. So this is a sentiment that's been shared and felt since 2012, since PokeMMO's creation back in 2013. The reason why this sentiment gets felt is just due to like math, right? So like, if you think about it, most players that pick up PokeMMO don't even finish like a full region, don't even finish a lot of times 4 gym badges, right? So what happens is you have tens of thousands of players, right? Tens of thousands of players who create an account, maybe get 1,000 encounters and then quit and don't ever like talk or engage with the community, right? So we don't see those players, we don't see those numbers, right? So what happens is we only see the players, the new players who get the shinies because that's exciting and they want to talk about it, right? So if like, think about it like this, if 30 players, right, all do like 1,000 encounters and then quit, 1 out of 30 of those players, those new players, is going to get a shiny. Just mathematically, it makes sense. Think about it like, if 30,000 players all get 1 encounter in PokeMMO, they just make their way to Pallet or whatever, you know, Verdian City or some shit, and then quit, right? Pewter City, right, or whatever. Then that's 1 shiny still. It's just math. It's really just math about like so that's why it ends up feeling like, oh, all these new players get shinies, when in reality we just don't see all the new players that play for a bit and quit, right? That's what happens. Then explain me and many others being unlucky at the start. Yeah, and there's players like me who go 300k drive for the first shiny. It's just math, and that sounds egregious, but like, what's the math on it? I can bring up the binomial distribution chart, right? The crazy thing is, right, 1 out of every 10,000 players, something like that. Is that the math? I think it's 10,000. It might be 100,000 to be fair. I'm terrible at math. 1 out of every 10,000 players or so. I might be 100,000. 1 out of every 100,000 to 2,000 players should go 300k drive. Sorry, 300k drive for their first shunt, right? How crazy is, like, yeah, that's just the math, right? I think it's 10,000. It's like not even that crazy. Yeah, 1 out of every 10,000 players, which there are tens of thousands of players in PokeMMO, 1 out of every 10,000 players should go 300k dry on their first shunt. That's not that, that's super unlucky for that one player, but in a broad sense, it's actually not that crazy, you know? It's not that, it could be worse. It could be worse. Yeah, this is a good food take of the day, dude. Someone asked what my favorite instant noodles were. I love these cup noodles stir fry. If you have them at your local grocery store, I really recommend trying them out. There is so much more put into them and so much more flavor. They're so good. If you want like a cheap little instant little memer, oh, these are bomb for the price, dude. Hey, Pat, I finally found my first shiny during Shiny Wars after 312 hours, nearly 200,000 encounters, and it's a Bibarel. Already had 2. I'm glad that not only can we tell the, like, this guy got 20 shinies during Shiny Wars, whatever stories. Stories like yours need to be heard, Schromskrowski. Jesus, dude. Much love to you. I'm sorry for your loss. Hopefully RNG evens out over time and you get like an amazingly bomb shiny next hunt at low encounters. But that's rough. And that's rough. And that's Shiny Wars for you. There are some soldiers who rise up and get their names heard and, you know, make the rank of general in the army, true and real. And there's some who are like fallen soldiers who are like dead on the battlefield like day 2. Like it's rough. Now, as long as you survive, soldiers, okay, as long as you live through Shiny Wars and make it to the final day and shunt every day, then you're a winner in my book, okay? You're a victorious gamer. Having a bit of internet problems today, but we're still pushing through. Haven't taken us down yet, big Comcast. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start. How many eggs do I have left? Honestly, a fair bit. 30, 60, 120 still? That's not bad at all. Okay, but still, I'm going to go ahead and start buying Dittos and prepping for another batch. I do want to do a Ditto batch today on stream, so we'll be popping Charm and doing all of that really soon here. I do want to get to 35,000 encounters ahead of time, though, so I can pop a Mysterious Ball on that Charm itself. Let's go ahead and start buying some Dittos, chat. Yeah, for those who don't know, the most difficult, the longest to take, and the rarest shiny all in PokeMMO is Shiny Shaman. It is a Pokemon that you can only get 1 encounter for every single year during the Lunar New Year event, and it's also only after you do like a 16-hour grind to even unlock the encounter. There's been 2 years where everyone in game has had a chance for a shiny shaman encounter, and no one has gotten a shiny shaman. It's not shiny locked. You can technically get a shiny shaman, but one does not exist that we are aware of, which we probably know of. If someone had one, we'd probably know about it. There has not been a shiny shaman in game yet. Wait, talk about the RNG turnaround, dude. Schromskrowski, the guy who was just saying he was like super dry and like whatever, he just got a shiny Ralts female. Dude, look at female Ralts. That's so sick, dude. Congratulations. That's what we're here for, man. Seeing people's like shiny journeys. One of my favorite things about streaming shiny hunting is hearing other people's like stories and hearing the grinds they're on and like wishing them the best of luck. And then eventually one day seeing them get it and seeing it pay off. Dude, congratulations. Yo, Pat, the vanity required to fight the vanity requires you in Pokeforce to fight an NPC with a team of level 35s. Okay, I am gonna have to grind for sure. I will grind Pokeforce. If I get an egg shiny, I will grind Pokeforce. But until I get enough points for my team, we cook, boys. Okay, apparently Schromskrowski, the guy who went super dry, finally got the shiny Ralts, didn't prepare for his hunt, and it TP'd away from him. Guys, please. At every single shiny hunt you do a test horde. Do a horde, pretend that one of the random mons is shiny, and try to catch it and do the encounter. The fact that it's really sad, and I'm not trying to like victim blame. I'm really fucking sorry. It is really sad. But the fact that you had like 3 shiny Bibarels at that spot and had been there for so long, and then when you finally get your Ralts, you weren't prepared for it, is so sad. It's really sad, but like so preventable. It's like one of the most, like that spot is one of the most talked about. Hey, this is a dangerous shunt, like in all of PokeMMO. Now, mistakes like that can happen to anybody. I'm feeling a mixture of emotions. I'm really sorry, man. I mean, that is just really fucking sad. Rest in peace, dude. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I see the shiny Ralts use teleport, got away safely. He's got the screenshot. Let me show it on stream really quick. That is... I'm really sorry, man. I mean, it's a 2080 spot as well. So, like, it's good. I'm sorry to say it's going to be a while from now until you see your next Ralts. I mean, that is so painful. Like, you're not going to... It's also... Is it times... Thankfully, you don't need Leppas. At least the spot's free, but that is brutal, man. Let me show you guys. He does have a screenshot of like, I almost didn't believe it. Like, if someone told me, yeah, like, I have 3 shiny Bibberolls at this spot and I got a Ralts and didn't know I needed Arena Trap for it, like, that to me is like, I almost don't even believe that because it's so... But yeah, I mean, you have proof. Just an honest mistake. I'm really sorry, man. I'm really sorry. That is really sad. You never want to see that. My fucking heart goes out to you. That is tragic. Please do research into your shunts, guys. There is a mod that someone's been working on that is supposed to tell you whenever there's danger of a shiny fleeing or KOing itself or whatever. So hopefully that mod gets worked on and approved, because that would be amazing. Yeah. Yeah. Just either lead with Doug Trio or turn 1 switch to Arena Trap mod. Yeah. That's brutal. Danny! Bro, I'm so jealous. You got it? 3:16 a.m.? How did I not hear about this? How did I not hear about this? Bro got a shiny Porygon? Dude, congratulations. I love that it's called Foot Pedal. Does anybody know why it's called Foot Pedal? It's called Foot Pedal because bro has been like playing League of Legends and using a foot pedal to shiny hunted PokeMMO. Like he's fucking at Artie fucking Knights in old school RuneScape. He's actually been shunting with a foot pedal to like do hordes. That's so... You're actually... Dude, congratulations. That's so crazy. I'm so jealous, but you're so talented and handsome. How are you the best? How are you so good at golf with your friends and Pummel Party and all these party games? Plus, you're also good at shunting. Hey, man, some guys just have it all. That's fucking insane, dude. Congratulations. Yo, for those who haven't seen, Foreteller, aka Rare, bro, he got a shiny... Shalpha, a shiny Alpha Eevee yesterday while everyone was playing Pokeforce and doing the pre-alpha test. He was grinding. He was not giving up. He was not, enjoying his little time trying a new Pokemon MMO. No, fuck that. He was grinding. He was balling, he was gaming, and he got rewarded for it and got himself a Shalpha Eevee and evolved it into a Jolteon. Congratulations, dude. So sick to see. I think we are ready for eggs, fellas. We've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All these boxes, not this one, KEKW. All these boxes ready to go. Is there one more? How many is this? 11 is 330, 360, 390. Okay, so it's about 4. Well, if I do a fast hour, I actually could do more than this. But that's fine. I'll have 420 prepped. Chat, it's time to cook. Okay? I think we've done enough. I think we've done enough eggs. We've done enough hunting. I think we've worked quite hard enough. Probably around 8 to 10,000 eggs throughout this war. I've been really focusing on eggs recently. I'm going to tell my team, Shiny Charm, all spots open. We have all of our boxes prepared. I bought another Shiny Charm. I'm down to 4 mil cash again. Speaking of, let's to be fair, let's collect some of our Pokeyen because I'm hurting so much. I might as well go ahead and collect what I can. So there's 1.4. Honestly, better than I expected. 1.4 added to the stack. Climbing back up there a little bit. I need some of these things to sell. Shunning's expensive, fellas. Shunning is expensive. How many channel points to name your firstborn child? Great question. Yeah, I've been watching. This is actually huge. XP Charms have slowly and consistently risen up to like 70k plus. Which is a really good sign versus like someone just buying them out, right? All of this to me like was a pretty slow and consistent rise. I've been watching them slowly go up to like 67k, 68k, etc. I bought my stack of 45 or whatever for 60k a piece. I've been saying forever, XP Charms, in my opinion, are underrated and super, super good. To save an hour of time, like if you're XP training, you're literally paying 70k Pokeyen, even at this price, like you're paying 73k to save 1 hour of time. That is well worth it when you spend, when you can make like 300 to 600k Pokeyen per hour. Like that's pretty crazy. Alrighty, fellas, enough is enough. We've got Danny in the charm, the shiny Porygon owner himself, as of 3 a.m. this morning. It's 12 hours later at almost 3 p.m. Can we recreate his situation 12 hours later? We'll try our best. That's for sure. Good luck to everybody in charm and everybody shiny hunting right now. Good luck, good luck. This is a great question. Yeah, Magikarp boxes are a thing. It has to be male specifically, like all. So if you have a box of 60 male Magikarps with mediocre IVs, those do sell. People do need Magikarp boxes, which is a great way to make Pokeyen from scratch when you're new to the game. People need them to shiny hunt for like rare Dragon Egg shinies, right? I think Magikarp is technically in the Dragon Egg group, so it allows him to be a breeder for what's even an egg shiny that, or a dragon that you egg shiny? I'm not even sure, honestly, to be fair. Like Dratini you hoard nowadays, but there is some. There is some. So if you're a new player, farming Magikarp from scratch in the Safari Zone, still not bad. Yeah, I think, there you go, Charmander. Yeah, Charmander is in the Dragon Egg group. There you go. So you can use Magikarps to breed for a shiny Charmander. It's kind of interesting. Phoebus as well, is that also Dragon? Yeah. It wouldn't normally egg for Phoebus, but it's not like unheard of. I need a deep dive into the history and creation of PokeMMO. There's really not that much that's known on it, especially like from the devs and such. What I know / remember that I think it was like on the like Pokemon official forums or like PokeMMO original starting forums. I don't know if I'll be able to find it. There was this old post on like Pokemon, like the official Pokemon forums, talking about a new Pokemon game, about the devs releasing a new game or whatever. And like that's the best that I know about it. And then eventually, obviously, their forums came, etc., etc. So that's like the only origin that I know. I dream of a day where we can interview the devs and talk to them and get more insight into how the game came about, how they know each other, etc., etc. But the devs are extremely secretive, extremely private. Which I respect. Not every dev wants to be like a content creator level of like social notoriety. Like most, like I always compare it to like the guy who did No Man's Sky. Like that guy was just a game dev who got thrust into like the interviews and the spotlight and etc., etc. And look how that turned out, right? Like that sucked. Now they've revived it and saved it apparently, right? But it's not every game dev wants to be like, it's 2 full-time jobs. Like being a charismatic, like communal social speaker is a totally different thing than being like a nose in the code, like hardworking, like grinding game dev. Like they're very, very, very different things. So it's tough to be able to be good at both of them, honestly. Okay, that hour of eggs felt extremely slow, but let's count how many we made. So there should be 11 here. So if all of them have 30, it should just be 330. And then I think I just made 360 flat. Very, very slow hour of eggs, but honestly, I'm feeling pretty slow today, just kind of chilling. So not bad. We'll take it. Could be worse. If it was below 360, yikes, but we'll take 360. I think it was, yeah, it was 360. So 360 plus 367 math. Our new encounter number will be 727. So 34,727 counters dry is our new numbers, fellas. There's a lot of really interesting discussion with Pokeforce. I really liked Pokeforce, but I felt frustrated with a few things that made it hard to play, for sure. The leveling curve and stuff was not great, in my opinion. There's a lot of stuff to be balanced and worked on, but I think balancing stuff is easy to fix versus like the idea and thought process behind the developers, right? Which is much more difficult. My opinion, the overnight selling mechanic doesn't really fit the game, said someone in chat, and I don't really feel like, but I respect that. That's fair. Honestly, okay, I get where you're coming from, and I super get it, the like Stardew Valley shipping crate. I think it's really interesting, and I think it actually really could fit in a Pokemon MMO. However, I don't think it should be as long. 3.5 hours is way too long. That's the, like, most players quit a game within an hour, right? Like, I think it's like 60% of gamers quit a game in the first hour, right? They make their decision whether to keep playing or not. If you can't sell something to a shop for 3.5 hours, you're just gonna quit. I like the shipping bin mechanic works very interestingly in Stardew because there is so much more else to do in the game when you don't have money or whatever, and you can like do whatever. And then also you can control when you end the day, right? But you can't do that in an MMO. You can't control when you end the day. So I feel like it becomes this very, very difficult how long should it last? 3.5 hours is way too long. I like the idea and the strategy behind it, and the waiting for money is interesting in my opinion. But I think I think the time should be shortened. Maybe like an hour, maybe like 1 hour. I think if day cycles were about 1 hour, I think maybe that'd be too whiplashy for like lights and such. But I think that could be interesting. I don't know if it's balanceable. I'm not sure. I think they should do a system where you get 100% of the item value from the shipping crate, but you can sell it to vendors instantly for 60 to 75% of the value. If you need the to be fair, that might be the great idea. I actually really like that idea a lot. That might be the way to do it. And then obviously there's no like GTL yet, or no like player trading. I'm sure that will happen at like a Pokemon MMO is nothing without a auction house. I think it needs that. It was nice back in the day when MMOs didn't need auction houses and it was cool, but nowadays I feel like you need it. It's just too inefficient. It's too silly. It's too ridiculous. I think you need an auction house in pretty much any MMO. So I'm sure that will come. This is just pre-alpha, right? Hey Pat, do you have any opinions on massively overlisting Pokemon or items for a misclick being bannable, whereas sniping is obviously allowed? I see both sides of the argument, to be honest. I mean, yeah, I get it. I think if you are, I think it's tough. It's a tough judge for the devs. But yeah, for those who don't know, it is bannable. It has to be like proven intention, to be fair, which is tough. And then like, which I don't know, it's kind of easy. It's like listing mysterious. Honestly, Premier Balls are one of the easiest ones. So mysterious Premier Ball 2022s, right? These are not really valuable / good. They're kind of rare, right? But they don't have the shiny rate that these ones do. These are 1 out of 4K. And they give alphas, right? These don't have that shiny rate from my understanding. So these are usually used to try to scam people. Like people will list these for the same price as these to try to get someone to like misclick on it or whatever. That's why you see like those like listed in between those, honestly. This is probably the easiest example to go to, but I think purposely spamming something that looks like something else at a high price to try to intentionally get someone, like there are people who will like make a listing, take it down, make it like, and like just do that over and over again and tell someone misclicks, which is kind of crazy. And obviously you're trying to scam someone. Articled Rapidash, yeah, to make like a shiny Rapidash, yeah. I think it's kind of lame. Should it be against the rules / bannable? The problem is if it isn't bannable, it becomes such a problem where people would just do that with no consequences, and just it becomes actually good to scam. Like what really spawned this was there was a YouTuber who made a tutorial about how to do it, and he got in trouble for that because it was like, okay, now we're teaching people how to like do this scam. And maybe calling it a scam is morally loaded. You're trying, maybe like this, it's not quite a scam, but you're trying to like purposefully get someone to make a mistake and misclick. It's kind of a scam. Like purposefully deceive someone. Maybe it is not too loaded. Sniping is different. Like sniping, it's like someone else is gonna buy it if you don't. Like you can't ban sniping, number one, and number two, like there's nothing really morally wrong with sniping. Like it's just first come, first serve. New players will make genuine mistakes. Even I would say people say that if no new players started playing PokeMMO, like flipping and sniping would be deleted, and I super disagree. As someone who like I'm a veteran player for a long time, I mislist things sometimes. It just happens. When you list so many Pokemon, sometimes you forget a particle effect, or you forget an IV, or forget like, oh, like this specific species in alpha form is very valuable. Like it's really easy to forget that. And then on top of it, sometimes you just want to sell something for 10 to 20 to 30k less than it's actually worth to get it to sell quicker, because you do actually need that capital back for some reason. You shouldn't be doing that most of the time. A lot of new players do that for most of their sales, which is not good. I didn't mean to put these away. Oops. But it is good to do sometimes as like certain new players. So there's a lot of interesting discussion about sniping. That sort of, it's interesting. Once again, I don't have like hard stances. I think I could be convinced of anything based on good arguments, but yeah, hopefully that, I guess, covers some of it for people who aren't involved in that discussion or don't know about it. Hey, there's 35,000 encounters, by the way, fellas. 35k 02. I forgot to pop a mysterious ball on Charm. Oops. We might do that. We might wait in them for a bit. Remind me, I do owe you guys one mysterious great ball, okay? For shiny hunting punishments. This is a beautiful question. Do you feel like your enjoyment of shiny hunting is tied to the 1 out of 30,000 rarity, or would you get as much personal enjoyment in the activity if the shiny hunting, if it was 1 out of 8k? I think everyone's enjoyment of shiny hunting is inherently tied to the rate, right? Because it's all about, I guess, dopamine and like just delayed gratification and stuff like that. Like, yeah, in a way, okay, sorry for the vulgar language. In a way, shiny hunting is kind of like edging, right? Where like you're just sitting there, you're hunting, you're on your journey, you're enjoying it, right? Okay, this is a terrible analogy. But the point is, right? Like the longer you go, like the longer it lasts, the more you're going to enjoy that shiny encounter, right? Versus inherently, a shiny that took you 30,000, like inherently, a shiny that took you 30,000 encounters to get will mean more to you than a shiny that took you 8,000 encounters to get. If it took you longer time, right? A shiny that takes 100 hours versus 500 hours, that extra hour one is always gonna be more because you spent more time on it, more energy, etc., etc. It's the same with like watching a TV show, right? If you get sucked into a good TV show and that TV show is 1,000 episodes, you have so much more time to get attached to those characters. You're gonna have, this is why One Piece fans are so radicalized on average, right? Because they've spent so much time with these characters, they're so passionate about them, they care about them so much, it drives up that interest, right? I think the more time it's a very human thing. The more time you spend with something, the more you care about it. This is also a big thing with like even just like living. This is part of why boomers kind of get a little stubborn. The older, sorry, not even humans, the older we get, the more stubborn we get, because the more time we spend on Earth, the more it makes us feel entitled and the more it makes us feel like we for sure know and understand what's going on. And we do to some extent. It does give you more time for wisdom and more time to learn and yada, yada, yada. But it also, there's also, the world is changing so fast around you that you can never catch up. So there's always more to learn. So one of the biggest things, I guess, is to like fight that. The older you get, the more you have to fight that stubbornness. But it's a natural feeling, right? I feel like the shiny rates, yeah, the shiny rate matters so much to me. The shiny rate is inherently tied to, I feel like, all of our enjoyment. For me, no. I mean, if I get a shiny, I get a lot of dopamine, no matter if its rate was 1 out of 30,000, 1 out of 8192, or 1 out of 4K. I just want, really, I would encourage you to go play. If you really think you feel that way, I would encourage you to go play Pokemon Go. Playing Pokemon Go will quickly destroy your value of shiny. Even with PokeMMO, even with the 1 out of 30K rate, there's always going to be acclimation, right? My last Cubchoo, right? I was not that excited about it, right? Like if you go watch my shiny reactions, right? Go watch my last Cubchoo. I wasn't that excited about it. But if you go watch like my first Cryogonal of the war or whatever, I was so excited, so happy. Number one, I went 112,000 dry for that. So I was really fucking excited to break it. Like if you go watch my dry streak ends, my shinies where I end a big dry streak versus like a, you know, 20K or whatever, it's like kind of whatever, right? Yeah, I mean, Pokemon Go is a joke at this point. Yeah, I feel like the shiny rate even works in Pokemon Go to some extent, but I do think inherently, the more time you spend on something, the more opportunity you have to care about it deeper and deeper. And I feel like because PokeMMO shiny hunts take so long, it adds that much more emotional weight and depth to when you get the shiny. Now you also have to enjoy the journey. If you're only enjoying shiny hunting when you get the shiny, that's a problem as well. I feel like with that logic, why not make the rate higher and higher, like 1 out of 100K or 1 out of 1 million? The problem is that you reach a point where players are no longer interested or entertained, or it reaches a point of such a long grind that people just give up, right? Theoretically, if people would actually, if the shiny rate was 1 out of 1 million and people would actually finish their shunts and we had enough time on Earth, theoretically, sure, but we don't have that much time. We want to do other things that make us feel more impactful and matter, which is why it's a really good argument for like why shiny hunting in PokeMMO isn't for everybody. This is a very niche game for shiny hunting. Like most people are going to prefer or enjoy shiny hunting in Pokemon games with lower rates, which is not better or worse. It's just whatever you enjoy, right? It just works best for their lifestyles. Someone brought up earlier, like someone said earlier, it feels very difficult to have a life if you want to shiny hunt Pokemon that aren't ×5 horde Pokemon. As someone who loves PokeMMO and shiny hunts a bunch of rare mons, I super agree with that. I totally concede the fact. I totally agree. It is very difficult to shiny hunt Pokemon that aren't ×5 horde. I think ×5 horde hunts are very casual friendly. Around 30 hours or so. It's around the same time as the 1 out of 8K rate single encountering back in old Pokemon. For those who don't know, like that was balanced around that, it seems like. I feel like it's totally valid to say, yeah, like, you know, most players can go for a times 5 horde, but once you get to like single encounter hunts, like, I don't think the average person, if you have a family and kids, job, whatever, single encounter hunts are hard. If you can do it, more power to you. I think you're the exception and you're going very, very above and beyond, which is awesome. But I don't think the average person can do single encounter hunts, which is super fair. This is the case with almost every MMO though, right? How many people have you heard say, yeah, I stopped playing World of Warcraft because I don't have the time, right? PokeMMO is this weird game because we get a lot of Pokemon fans and not a lot of MMO fans. And you have to remember, this game is an MMO first, Pokemon second, in my opinion. This game has MMO balancing. And like any MMO, if you've ever played an MMO, MMOs are literally like life simulators. They're like, sink your free time into me and you will get rewarded. That's what MMOs are. So to play, what happens is we get a lot of Pokemon fans who play an MMO and then say, I don't like that I can't get a shiny during a storyline. And it's like, welcome to MMOs. Like, you know, you've played a lot of Pokemon games, you enjoy those, that's awesome. This is that kind of, but it's mostly an MMO. And I feel like people don't have that frame of reference and have, if this is the first MMO you've ever played, you might hate it or it might be really frustrating or like, I don't know. I'd be really surprised. I've met people who say like, this is the first MMO they've played because they just love Pokemon so much it works for them, and that's amazing to hear. But I feel like MMO players will have a better time playing PokeMMO versus just Pokemon fans. Casual Pokemon fans will not enjoy PokeMMO, which is totally okay. Well, sorry, let me qualify. They'll enjoy it for the storylines. I always say PokeMMO is a game that can be enjoyed by everyone for different periods of time. If you're a casual Pokemon fan, you like playing the storylines, they're very nostalgic for you. That's awesome. I totally get that. You'll probably enjoy playing the storylines, replaying Gens 1 through 5 in a multiplayer format with your friends, being able to trade, being able to right-click PvP. Like, PokeMMO is a great game to re-experience Generations 1 through 5 in a format where you can get trade evolution Pokemon, have a slightly more difficult storyline, carry over your Pokemon from Generations 1 through 5 super seamlessly. Like, it is great for that. But once you beat all the storylines, if you're a casual Pokemon fan, there might not be much more for you, right? That might be it, which is okay. Then you move on. You play a new game, you know? What are we talking about? Oh my god, what a yappening. What a yap fest. But yeah, I feel like essentially, if you think the shiny rate is too high in PokeMMO, I would argue you should just go play a different game. I don't think like the shiny hunting community is extremely happy with it. I think you should you either adapt around the game or you move on and you don't ask the game to adapt around you if you're a new player. Not to shut down all discussion. I think discussion is important and everything should be considered. I just think that we've had hundreds of we've had so many people say, oh, we should lower all these new players come and say we should lower the shiny rate. It's like, how many, you have to kind of ask for qualification. How many shinies do you have to make that call? And usually it's 0. Usually it's someone who hasn't actually put time into the hobby. What's another meaty kind of content they could add other than raids as an idea, other than poker scrolls? No idea how NPC interactions work, but I think it would be cool to see side stories with prizes already in the game, but unavailable, such as the White Rocket uniform or Ranger outfit. You could make them untradeable. Could also be used to get players to be acquainted with mechanics such as breeding or raids. I've been saying forever, I think storyline, if you like a meaty piece of content, I think storyline prestiging would be awesome. Being able to like reset your storylines, replay it again, either on a higher difficulty or with some sort of specific thing in mind. I think that would just add so much content and give you like specific niche rewards. You could offer some really, really interesting rewards. If someone did like the Kanto storyline like 10 times in a row or something like that, like I feel like there's so much potential there. Prestiging comes from like Call of Duty. So in Call of Duty, once you reach max level, you prestige, reset to 0, and then get like an emblem change, right? I think storyline prestiging would allow for replayability in the storylines, would allow for unique rewards, really rare rewards, because it takes a lot of time to do. Like if you did like 10 storyline prestiges, like you could get like an insane reward from that. I think that's kind of cool. It also rewards people who just like the storylines. It would promote an entirely new style of play. Like people already like create alt accounts to like play through the storylines again for fun, right? And for like certain benefits. Imagine if you could just like prestige your main account. I think that's really, really fun, and there could be something very, very interesting there. Alrighty, fellas, I think it's about that time. I have been live for a little over 6 hours. My energy levels are whittling away, but we made some good progress today. We're still dry, unfortunately, which I'm not gonna lie. It hurts to say. It hurts to say. It's been a long shiny war. A shiny I'm really dry for. It's a long time coming, but gotta happen eventually, as long as we don't give up. As long as we wake up every day, keep getting encounters, keep trying our best. I've been doing a lot of eggs recently. I might try to stick a little bit more back to, I might try to like revert back to times 5 hordes and crank my encounters up a fair bit, maybe the next 2 days or so, so we only have 2 more days of Cryogonal Wars. I'm gonna peace out, guys. Thank you for watching. Hopefully if you enjoyed, like the stream recap if you did, dislike if you didn't, subscribe to the channel for daily videos. I do upload every single day on YouTube regarding PokeMMO and other Pokemon MMOs. Follow me on Twitch if you want to see these streams live, usually Monday through Friday. Discord's down below, and if you want to go above and beyond and support the content, YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, and Twitch subs, and PayPal/Venmo donations really do go a super long way. And this month specifically, if you want fresh, cheap food and you want to support the stream, the best way to support the stream this month by far is HelloFresh. You want to get yourself some food and support the stream at the same time. There should be a link in the description, and if there's not, you can yell at me, or you have permission to yell at the YouTuber. Okay, so thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later. Have a great day. I'll see you guys later. Peace, Reno. Hey, thanks so much for watching until the very end of the video. That really means the world to me, and it means even more worlds to me if you go above and beyond and support my content financially like all of these lovely people have done. Thanks again for watching, and have a great day.